Hello guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be reviewing the BL, Never Let Me Go. Before we start the video, here's a disclaimer. All these opinions in this video are my own and in no way am I trying to hate on any show. I'm just giving my honest opinion on what I liked and disliked about the show. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. If you don't agree, feel free to leave a comment down below. This video is filled with spoilers, so if you haven't seen it yet or plan to watch, please click off the video. Never Let Me Go starts off with Palmnuengdiao, an heir to a prominent family and a high schooler whose family status has left him with little to no friends. On his 18th birthday, his father is brutally murdered in front of him and his mother. Now he and his mother's lives are in danger. So his mother and a longtime family employee task his son, Palm, as a bodyguard to protect him from the dangers in and outside of school. Palm is a regular teenager working as a fisherman when his father convinces him to go back to Thailand and work as a bodyguard. Palm and Palmnuengdiao become fast friends, and as time goes on, Palm and Palmnuengdiao develop a love that can sustain heartbreak, betrayal, and murder. My rating for this show is an 8 out of 10, and I'm not giving it an 8 because the show was amazing, but because it was a hot mess, but it was a hot mess that I enjoyed. I'm gonna start off with the things that I didn't like about the show. Number 1. Plot holes. I could talk about all the plot holes in this series, but that would take up the whole video, so I'm just gonna list the things that I felt could have easily been wrapped up within 2 sentences, but the writers chose not to. First up, who was taking care of Palm since his mother abandoned him, and his dad was working for Palmnuengdiao's family? Second, how did Palmnuengdiao go from not knowing his mom was alive to knowing she was in a coma? Third, this show has some of the worst bodyguards I've ever seen. They conveniently disappear during vital moments of the show, for example when someone tried to kill Palmnuengdiao at home, also when he was kidnapped with Palm in the next room, and when Palm went to kill Palmnuengdiao's mom. I guess they all decided to go on a break during those moments. Fourth, how did Palm go from being a wanted fugitive to walking side by side with Palmnuengdiao out in the open? Fifth, where did Palm get money from to buy his mother's bar and renovate it? And lastly, sixth, did Palm even finish high school, and what happened to Palm's dad? He went on the run and hasn't been seen since. Hopefully this will be answered in our Sky 2. Number 2. The acting. The acting for me was a hit or miss. In certain scenes the actors nailed their performance, but in other scenes they failed to deliver. For me, the only actors who stayed consistent throughout the show was Perth and Nat. To be honest, the real scene stealer was Pond's hair. Number 3. Chopper and Ben. We didn't get to see much of these two in the show, but what little scenes we saw wasn't enough to flesh out their relationship. To me it seemed like they had no chemistry, and their ending was very rushed. They came off more as friends than two people who was in love with each other. I think they could have been a great pairing if the writers had given them a better storyline. And that leads me to number 4. Chopper. I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with me, but I didn't like Chopper's character at all. I understand that he was conflicted about his father, but the whole time I was watching the show I wanted him to live up to his name and get the chopper and take his dad out. Perth did a wonderful job portraying his role though. And last but not least, number 5. Palmnuengdiao. Palmnuengdiao at times could be so selfish and spoiled. If Palm did anything he didn't like, he would push him away and talk down on him, thinking he was helping the situation, but in reality he wasn't. Instead of solving the problems with Palm, he chose to drug him and leave him when he needed him the most. Even the situation with Ben, he chose not to forgive him but forgave the guy who bullied him and stole from him while pretending to be his friend. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the things I did like. Number 1. Palm and Palmnuengdiao. Palm and Palmnuengdiao have that tattoo my name, so I know it's real type of love, literally, and I was living for all of it. I didn't feel the chemistry between Palmnuengdiao and Palm until about 4 episodes into watching, but once I did, it was something good. I liked the different dynamics of their relationship and how they were ready to sacrifice everything for each other. One of my favorite scenes in the show was after Palm's mother died and they were in the hotel room dancing. The music and cinematography was perfect in that moment. Another favorite scene was the kiss on the tattoo. It was so sensual and beautiful, one of the best scenes in the whole show. Number 2. Cinematography. The cinematography in this show was stunning. Everything from the angles, visuals, lighting, and the filters was great, and whoever was in charge of it deserves a raise. Number 3. Plot. As outlandish as this plot was, it was still enjoyable to watch. It reminded me of a Kids Bop version of Kin Portia, but with less mafia. It's rare to find a show where high schoolers are involved in a mafia and murder plot, especially in BL. I do wish the writers would have elaborated more on the father's illegal business dealings, but despite all that, the show did keep me entertained throughout the whole thing and had me waiting week to week to watch it. Last up is number 4. The mothers. Nuengdiao's mom was very understanding and just wanted what was best for him. The scene when Nuengdiao told his mother that he liked men was so beautifully done, and I wished all parents would react like that. Even Palm's mother, who abandoned him as a child, deserves a little praise. She wasn't a great mom, but she took care of them while they were on the run and even sacrificed herself to make sure they could get away. She wasn't on the show long, RIP, but I am happy that Palm got to experience a mother's love, even if it was short-lived. Overall, despite all the criticisms that I have of this series, I really enjoyed watching it. The plot kept me interested in every episode, and the love between Nuengdiao and Palm was so good to watch. Never Let Me Go made me laugh, cry and angry as hell all in one episode. One thing about me is I love a messy drama, and that's exactly what this show gave. I will definitely be adding this to my list of shows that I will rewatch over time. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching, and if you agree or disagree with anything I said, feel free to leave a comment. If you liked this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more reviews.